Today is July 9th, 2024, and college football 25 is officially less than 1 week away. There's been a lot of back and forth online between the community on which type of game modes everybody should go ahead and enjoy. Now, before this game drops, I have 10 things I want to address with the community to ensure that we all have a great time with this game. Point number one, we've waited 11 years for this game, boys. For somebody who has been making content on this game since 2016, there was a time where there was no light at the end of the tunnel. It seemed like those of us that were making content on this old game, we're going to be stuck on this old game and we will all be forced to pivot eventually. And although a lot of creators have seen success with this game, whether it be the base game on PS3, Xbox, or with the mod of college football revamped and some of the many other high school mods we had, like the Oklahoma high school mod and the Texas high school mod, those of us who enjoy college football and wanted to get it back in the video game streets are finally getting their prayers answered, and we're getting the game that we all so very much deserve and have waited for such a long time. Next thing I want to talk about is Dynasty and RTG versus Ultimate Team. So like I've said on Twitter before, we haven't had this game in a long time, and there are multiple ways to enjoy this game, and the gaming landscape has changed over the last 11 years. I know 11 years ago, everything was Dynasty heavy. Ultimate Team was making an appearance for the very first time, but that also was the last time we've seen it in college football. Just know for everybody that Ultimate Team was inevitable, especially in today's climate when it comes to video gaming. And EA has done a great job for what we've seen so far, for what they've incorporated in Dynasty through recruiting, through the sights and sounds, through the team building, through the transfer portal. In RTG, we will figure out more about that on Thursday when they announce it. But so far, so good. There's nothing to be worried about. They answered our prayers and they didn't do us the same way that they've done Madden over the last few years. And same thing for the Ultimate Team guys. I understand you love Ultimate Team. I like Ultimate Team personally, even though I primarily play Dynasty. But a lot of you guys are saying, you know, that it saved the game and it's going to be what saves the game down the road. That may be true, but there's no reason for both parties to go back and forth, because there's room for EA to make both parties happy. And I feel like they're doing a great job with that here in this first iteration of the game. I know a lot of people are scared because they said eventually it's going to take over Dynasty and RTG and we're going to get a shell of what the mode is right now, just like we've done with Madden a couple years. But I feel like with college football, EA has been very, very vocal and very, very forthcoming with saying they know that the majority of the community is here for Dynasty first, RTG second, and then lastly, Ultimate Team is just going to be what Ultimate Team is. And instead of Dynasty being like a carbon copy rip from what Madden's franchise is, it seems like college Ultimate Team is more of just a carbon copy rip of what Madden's Ultimate Team is. And I feel like everybody should be able to live with that. Now, next up at number 3, I want to talk specifically to my guys who have not played Madden within the last 5 to 10 years, guys that have been still playing NCAA 14, 13, and below, guys who have strictly stayed on PS3 and Xbox 360 and have had no interest in playing the next gen games without the college football game. This isn't NCAA 14. This isn't a PS3. This isn't the Xbox 360. We've had an Xbox One and a PS4 before this PS5 and Xbox Series X. The game is going to play different. The game is going to move different. Do not get discouraged, do not get upset, and do not want to mail it in just because the game isn't exactly what you remember from the moment you turn it on. There's going to be a lot of adjustments. There's going to be things that you have to get used to, and there's going to have to be some things that you ultimately just get used to being in the current landscape of gaming. You're going to hear me say current landscape of gaming a lot because it just is what it is. Be happy and be grateful that we're getting the game that we're getting, and let's give EA a chance to actually build upon things that we're seeing. And I feel like everything is off in the right direction, but we cannot say, oh, this one that happened in NCAA 14, this one that happened in NCAA 06, because these are simply not those games. This is the new college football, what we have and what we're going to have to get used to. Now, at number 4, similar to be patient, take your time with this game. Do not be in a rush to try to break the game. Do not be in a rush to try to figure out money plays in the game. Do not be in a rush to jump from Dynasty to RTG to Ultimate Team. You can play all of these game modes because for once we know that we're going to be getting an annual copy of this game. So take and enjoy the whole entire game cycle to play this game and get everything out of it, every little nook and cranny and nuance of this college football game. Let's take our time and let's explore this together and not be in such a rush to break recruiting, to break gameplay, you know what I'm saying, and to harass the devs moving forward if things aren't the way you want them to be the first month. Next up here at number 5, we have to remember that this is the very first game, the very first game of college football and what EA is going to bring to us in the genre. So we have to expect some shortcomings. We have to expect them to miss the mark on things, but let's not harp on things that they do wrong. Let's really take time to highlight on things that they get right, because at the end of the day, that's going to do more harm than good. We can't bash the game just because we've been waiting for it for 11 years. A lot of guys at EA have been waiting to be working on this game again for 11 years, but there's going to be some things that they just simply aren't going to be able to prepare for, because there are some things that are going to go wrong. So far gone are the days of like PS2 and PS1 when you get a game for the year, the game comes out, that's a game you're stuck with for the year. No, there's going to be patches, there's going to be tweaks, there's going to be tuning, there's going to be things different, but let's just make sure that we hold EA accountable, and as we move forward into the future games, we don't lose options, we don't lose features, and let's pay attention and make sure that EA actually adds on to everything to make this the best experience possible. Next up at number 6, try every game mode. Similar to take your time with this game, I know there's a lot of people out there who do not like Ultimate Team, but if you play Ultimate Team casually, just go in there, play the computer a little bit, collect some cards, have fun with some NCAA legends of the past, and not take it so seriously, you can have fun with it. For those Ultimate Team guys who don't really want to play against the computer, don't really want to play career mode, try out RTG, try out Dynasty, try out the game modes that make college football what college football is. And even for some of you guys who only strictly like to play against the computer, play Road to the College Football Playoff, play online, play head to head, play some of these game modes against other people out there, because we really want to take in everything this game has to offer. You don't want the metrics to show that people are only playing one specific game mode or two specific game modes, and then other game modes start to take a hit from it. Let's utilize everything in this game, utilize all of its resources, and have fun with it, because ultimately our pockets and our game hours are the voices for the companies to move forward and how they want things to shape for this game in this series. And we want the good times, and it takes too much energy to hate on one game mode because you don't understand it, or because you don't like it, or because you don't play it. Try it. It's gonna be like a continental breakfast. You try everything, you take what you want, you leave what you don't want, and then you move on from there. No need to bash everybody else. Now at number 7, this is something Twitter and just gaming in general has got to get a little bit better, but it can also be a good thing. Let's not ask for patches unless they are absolutely groundbreaking and game breaking. Do not start a hashtag on Twitter or on Instagram asking for things to be changed, because we already know too many patches in the game. You fix one thing, they're going to break something else. You break something else, you're going to break another thing, and then we're going to have this garbage game that we all hate, and we're going to have to wait until next July to get a new one. Let's play the game for more than a week, more than a month, before we ask EA to make any changes. Unless it's just something that absolutely destroys the quality of life of College Football 25. Again, we have a whole year with this game, and there will be future games. This is just the first game. Let's not ask for anything drastic day 1, day 2, month 1, month 2. Let's play the game. Let's really get some hours in with it. Then we can give our critique on how we feel about it. Number 8, don't listen to the trolls. There are going to be people who are not going to play this game, who are only going to look for bad clips, who are only going to watch and post bad clips. They're going to try to make you bad and call you an EA shield for liking the game and all these things. Do not listen to them. If you like the game and you want to express you like the game, keep that. Say, I like the game. Don't let anybody let you feel bad for liking college football. There's people out there who are just not going to be happy whatsoever. Nothing that a company says or does is ever going to be good enough for them, and they're going to try to make you feel stupid for actually enjoying something. Run your race, stay on your path, and you'll have fun. And number 9 piggybacks on number 8. Form your own opinion. Play the game. Put hours into the game. Play more than one season of Dynasty. Play multiple RTG playthroughs. Play some Ultimate Team. Play some Road to the College Football Playoff, and then come up with your own opinion. Don't try something one time, or don't think about buying a game and read the reviews and then say, never mind, I'll wait till the game comes out on Game Pass. Never mind, I don't want to try that game mode. Form your own opinion, man. Too much in the gaming industry and in the communities today do people just piggyback off of popular people's sayings, and people just start to regurgitate the same BS night in and night out, week in and week out when it comes to the game. It's okay to be different. It's okay to like something that nobody else likes. You have to be comfortable with what you like and don't like. And at number 10, last but certainly not least, just have fun. Have fun with this game, boys. Have fun. It's a video game. This isn't real life. This isn't sim. Yeah, you might play for some money. Yeah, you might, you know what I mean, you might play for some bragging rights, but it is a video game. Video games are for fun. They're for leisure. Yes, some people play video games for a living. I happen to be one of those people. Gotta have fun, and you gotta take things for what they are and remember what it is. There's things bigger than video games. Go out, have fun, and however way you need to have fun, whether it's playing with a bunch of crazy ass sliders, whether it's doing a bunch of team builders, whether it's playing with even if it's taking over with Bama or Georgia day one and winning 10 national championships back to back, whatever is going to cause you to have fun with this game, do just that. Just like you all, man, I am super duper excited about this game. I thought this day would never come. I can't believe college football is going to be on our consoles once again. This game is pretty much about to be a national holiday. College football fans alike can sing and rejoice as we pick up the sticks.